Hello, hello, hello. What's up? I'm attempting the no money spent series. We're gonna do it with this man, actually this kid right here. We're gonna do Bronny James. I've been watching some of his highlights. I've looked up his stats. I've done everything for this build. And I think he's gonna be the perfect no money spent player because he's not great at any one thing, but he's pretty solid all around. This is his legit dimensions. He is 6'4" and he is 210 pounds. I think his wingspan's probably 6'8", but to get the badges and things that I want to use and play with for this build, 6'11" wingspan is how we're going to make it work. Now, my brothers, let's go into this build right now. What do we want to do first? What do we want to see first? How about let's do the physicals. All right, we're gonna do. He's 6'4". Now the thing is, he's 6'4". He's probably gonna grow a little bit more. I'm gonna see him being more like 6'6" at some point in his life. Obviously he's not right now, but he gives off that Derek White vibe. You know what I'm saying? That Derek White vibe. So, kind of making a Derek White like build. But anyways, 81 speed, 73 excel. The strength is at 50. Okay, the vert is at 65, baby. And we got 99 stamina. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's do... What do I think he's best at? I think his defense is his best attribute. He's really good on ball. He can steal, he can block, he can board a little bit. Like I said, he's Derek White. All right, so this is irrelevant, but 43 stamina, or 43 interior is where we're at. We're gonna go up to an 85 perimeter. All right, we're gonna go a 91 steal on this build. Now, I'm not gonna say he gets a ton of steals, but he has games where he can get a steal, and I think in the NBA he's gonna be, that perimeter defender, secondary ball handler role, and I want him to be good at least one thing. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that since he's a great defender, he's gonna be a good defender to me. I'm gonna put the 91 steal. We're gonna put a 68 block. That's gonna give us the chase down on bronze. He's a really good defender. He can block shots, he can defend, he can steal, and he can board just a tiny bit. All right, so we're gonna give him a 60 D board. All right, and I think by the end of this all, we're going to have a 44-0 board. So pretty solid all around on defense. Obviously, not a great interior defender. He's 6'4", but like I said before, right now he's 6'4". I think he's going to be closer to 6'6". All right, so these are the stats for that. Obviously, we're going to make him 6'4", though, because he's 6'4" in real life. Okay? Okay. Playmaking. We're going to have an 80 speed with ball. This is for my benefit, honestly. I want the Devin Booker dribble style. I think that's the best dribble style for these playmaking stats. Anyways, 87 gives us killer combos on silver. We will not have unpluckable gold, excuse me. So that kind of chaps my booty a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna do a 77 pass. Usually, anytime I'm making a build, I like having high pass. I think Bronny's a really good playmaker. But to be a good playmaker in 2K, I think 77 pass is not that bad. We're going to keep that there. Shooting. He's a really good catch and shoot, spot up shooter. I don't think he's a guy that is really going to create for himself when it comes to shooting like the 3-ball. But 80 free throw. And I think this is a good number this year. 86-3 is not bad with the 72 midi. His strongest attribute is catch and shoot, so that's gold, and everything else is pretty much silver. At point guard, I think this is going to be fine. We're never going to be, you know what I'm saying, guarded by a lock, especially in random rec and rec, which is where we're probably going to play the most with this build. So I have no problems with this shooting, honestly. I think it's going to be fine. Let's see. Let's do our finishing. Last one. 85 layup. I think this is his strongest part on offense is his finishing. I think he can finish around the rim really well, whether it's floaters, dunks. or whatever the case may be. He's definitely a better finisher at the rim than he is like shooting, catch and shoot off the dribble combined. So we're gonna go 65 dunk. Good animations here. Obviously, meter dunking is a thing. I think meter dunking is good in general. Even if you don't have um, high dunk, I think it's good. I think it will activate a lot, and the 85 layup's gonna be good too. All right. We're gonna do the standing dunk. I think this is our last thing, and that's gonna be a 71. This is so we can get precision dunker on bronze, and we just get better animations for dunking in general. But this is gonna be the Bronny James build. A couple things to highlight that is nice with him. Pretty much silver around the board, everything, which is kind of gross, but he's not good. Like that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? This is about as average of a build as it gets. And not to say that he's average, I think he's going to be really good. You have to keep in mind, right now he's not able to showcase everything that he can do. He's playing behind Boogie Ellis, who's been in college now for years, who's a solid college guard. And then he plays behind Isaiah Collier, who is a lottery pick this year. So not a lot of room for him to play. I don't think he's going to go pro, quite honestly. I think his stock will fly up the second he does anything solid. So why not come back next year? The backcourt is going to be his for right now, depending on who their recruiting class is going to be. So why not stay a year and develop? Obviously, based off of this build, he could use some developing, but I like this build. I'm not going to lack at any one thing. He's kind of like Lonzo. As we get Lonzo, John Stockton, and LaMelo, I'm not mad at it. I can see he's a solid playmaker. But yeah, Lonzo Derek White is kind of the vibes that he gives me, quite honestly. He's a really smart, solid guard all the way around. But this is going to be the build. I mean, this is going to be it. We're going to get Patty Mills. We're going to get good finishing. We're going to get Devin Booker, good playmaking. 91 steals, kind of like what we're spending up to get. If I brought this down, it'd probably be an 85. And at that point, it's like, I just don't get the vibe that it's really him. Like, I could get a 78. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, where could we spend up? I could have a 75 dunk. I can't get speed booster gold. You know what I mean? So it's just like, with how I'm making this build, why not just go 91 steal? He's a great defender. I see him as a good defender. Like I said, Lonzo Ball. I'm just kind of rambling right now. Lonzo Ball, Derek White. This is going to be my No Money Spent series. This is my Bronny James build. Let me know what you think about the build. What would you change? What would you do differently than me? No money, so just let me know how we should do things. I pretty much was just going to plan on maybe playing park. I doubt it. Definitely play some random theater, and definitely play some random rec. So let me know what's off limits in terms of the No Money Spent series outside of the obvious. All right. I appreciate it. Like, sub, peace.